You wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is to grab your phone and check for messages, notifications, and whatnot. You're having breakfast and you're frantically catching up with Instagram, scrolling through Facebook feed, and probably don't even know what's on your plate. You're at the office meeting, and every time your boss turns around, you're checking for notifications on your phone. You're driving and stop at the traffic light only to check for messages on your phone. If you said yes to one of these things I just said, you, my friend, might need help. Let us accept it. We're living in this highly volatile and distracted world these days. We got apps on our phones that we think we need. We got people in our lives who decide what we do. We post photos just to impress strangers on Instagram we don't even know. It all sounds like fun, but only for a while. What we aren't doing is what we really need to do, and that's where it all breaks. Guys, I'm no different. I've done all the things I just said a few moments back, dealing with crazy number of notifications, apps, weird work schedules, and whatnot. But I was tired. I was running low on fuel. I wasn't doing the things I should have been doing. But then I paused after a while and took a closer look at what I was doing. And I want to share with you a few tips on what you need to do to stop getting distracted and start focusing on the things that matter to you, to your loved ones. Okay, so step one to solving a problem is to identify and acknowledge the problem. You see, almost everyone who's doing all the things I just mentioned earlier don't necessarily realize that there is an issue with them in the first place. We are conditioned to believe that these notifications are necessary in our lives. I mean, companies like Google and Facebook employ people to figure out how to make people keep coming back to their apps as frequently as they can and get them addicted. You know how real this is. Look at how persistently Facebook sends you notifications about wishing some random stranger for his or her birthday. I mean, it's great to be connected and everything, but then reminding and poking you every now and then is just insane. Mr. X is celebrating his birthday today, right on his wall. Mr. Y and 12 others have wished Mr. X on his birthday already. Wish him. You're the only one who haven't wished Mr. X on his birthday. He's waiting. Do it now. I mean, seriously? You see, this all sounds like fun, but do we really need this? Does it make a difference in someone else's life? Does it actually help you in any way? These are the questions we need to ask ourselves. So, step one is to acknowledge that some of these distractions and notifications are completely unnecessary. What I recommend you to do is to keep away from these and turn off most of these distractions and see what impact it makes in your life. I've done it and my experience has been positive. Even if you shut down or delete some of these networking apps from your phone, it doesn't really matter in our lives. The thing is, we think we need these apps to survive, but in reality, we don't. They are fancy decorations that we can live without in our lives. Another thing to point out is to set your priorities. Let me ask you this. List down all the things that you're supposed to do and list down all the things that you want to do. The things you're supposed to do might be boring, may not make you happy when you do it. For example, taking that refresher course that you always wanted to do, or paying off your credit card bills, or starting that project that you always wanted to do. Nobody really knows about them except you. You're not going to get likes when you do it, you're not going to get comments, but if you don't do it, it's going to accumulate over a period of time and make you feel bad. And who gets affected? You. It's just you. So there's a price you pay for not doing these essential things, and it's huge. Some people even get into depression over a period of time, skipping all the things they should have been doing. Because beyond a point, it all becomes or looks like there's too much to handle. So my friends, don't fall into the trap of these false gratifications in your life. Likes for your photos, comments for your check-ins, mentions for your tweets. These are all false gratifications. I mean, they're all good to haves, but not must-haves. If you design your life based on these false feedback and prioritize your things in life based on what other people validate you for, you're definitely going the wrong way. And before you realize, you would have gone too far to take a U-turn. So I'm not asking you to stop using Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. Damn, I use them all. But understand that the feedback and praises and love that you get from these distractions is false in most cases. Don't design or prioritize things in life based on these false feedback. Ask yourself what's more important to you, what needs to be done, what makes you happy and your loved ones happy. Choose to do those boring things, those simple things that always meant a lot to you. Talk to your family at the dinner table. Skip the phone. Turn off those notifications that you thought you must catch up with. No, you don't need them. Block smaller times in your life to read them, but find time to discover yourself and do things that really matter to you. That project that you always wanted to start, that travel that you always wanted to do, that financial goal you always wanted to save up for. No one's going to give you likes for it, but yourself. You'll be a cleaner, happier, and a less tired person at the end of the day. And your loved ones will love you for it. Guys, I hope that makes sense. Share this video with someone who needs help. You never know, it might actually help them. This is Mani Karthik signing off.